Hi, John with padprinters.com. We're going to talk about how big you can print with a Micro 90. Common question, what can this machine do, maximum size? So, what we do to figure this out at Innovative is here is a 100 by 200 millimeter photopolymer cliche that we have engraved with an etch that has a circle the size of the inside of the diameter of the ring, and the frequency of this grid is about 5 millimeters, so these are 5 millimeter squares. What we do is we'll install that into the machine, and we'll take the biggest pad that that machine can use. This is an S390 pad in Zero Shore. This pad's designed specifically to get the biggest print possible out of a Micro 90. And what we do then is, in the case of this customer, he sent me this part because he was concerned with the machine he was using. He wasn't able to get all of the graphics. If you look underneath there, you can see that there are black graphics on the surface of that part, and he wasn't able to get them all toward the outside edges of the print. As he got further from the point, he lost power in his printer and he couldn't reach all the way out where he needed to. So to test that the Micro 90 was going to be sufficient, we nested that part on the cross table here. We installed this cliche, and we used some blue ink in this pad, and we set it so that we were at maximum compression on the surface of the cliche. We got the whole surface of this pad covered with grid, and then we had compression set to maximum until the pad actually skipped, or the motor skipped on the machine, which means that's as far as it can compress. And as you can see, I was able to go past the point where his graphics stopped printing, and the machine proved to be sufficient. So this is a good thing that you can do with your own Micro 90 once you've got one and you have it in-house. If you're making your own plates, you can do a graphic like this. We can make one for you. It's very useful to have this as a test plate for your Micro 90 so that when you get new jobs and you're curious about whether or not you're going to be able to print graphics where they need to go and as big as they need to go, you can do that same type of test. Use this plate, use the biggest pad, set the maximum compression on the plate, and compress as far as you can on the part. For really strange geometries, weird compound angles and things like golf balls or cylinders, you'll notice as you print, it doesn't show it on here, maybe a very small amount, but the reason we use this grid of 5 millimeters is as you stretch further out, you can start to see where the grids become larger along that axis. So as it starts stretching, that indicates clearly that you're going to have distortion. And on a lot of parts, particularly on cylindrical objects, people want to know how far they can print. There's another video by Trent Pepicelli that talks about how you can figure out using math exactly how far you can print. But by using this grid, you can also print on the part and see where you can expect distortion to start, and you'll know right away if your machine's going to have the power to do it. So that's it on figuring out how to figure out the maximum print using your Micro 90, this grid cliche, and the biggest pad that we make for maximum print size on the Micro 90. Thanks.